This instructional video will help you learn and master each movement before advancing to the follow-along version. Pause and rewind often, and move on only when you feel confident. Hello, welcome to Primal 7's final week of the HIP series. I'm Jenna Ellis, physical therapist for Primal 7. As a reminder, the purpose of this series is to improve flexibility that's limiting the hip, re-educate muscles surrounding the hip to work properly, and finally, putting these together to work on achieving full range of motion of the hip with proper movement mechanics. We will continue to use 5 basic exercises to build strength and endurance of the hip. Our training format is staying with repetitions, but we're increasing the amount of time we're working to 30 seconds in order to challenge yourself. Our focus is on maintaining proper alignment through active movements and increasing our work capacity. Our band will still be set at mid-shin, the rings will be locked, and the safety covers for the band release levers will be pulled all the way up. The purpose of preparation is first to practice stacking all the joints of the body in proper alignment for efficient movement. Second, to increase range of motion in all the areas that we train. And third, to increase circulation so that our body is warm and ready to move. In this sequence, we will be using the hamstring stretch to create flexibility and space in the back of the leg. And also a march with an upper body twist to work on muscle balance, coordination, core strength, and also coordinating upper and lower body motions for dynamic movement. We will first start with the hamstring stretch for 5 reps. To set up for the hamstring stretch, place your left foot directly underneath your body with the toes slightly turned out for a little more balance. You'll place your right heel in the band. Gently grasp green with your hands behind the band. You'll slide the right heel out till you feel a nice stretch in the back of your right leg. We'll repeat that 5 times on the right leg and then switch for 5 times on the left leg. Remember to pick an object about 10 feet in front of you for extra balance. It's also helpful to keep your body up nice and tall. After you're done with the final rep, place the band around your chest and walk all the way out. You are now set up for the alternating march with a twist. To set up for the alternating march, you'll walk the band all the way out and place the band at your hips. From here, come into your lean, butt tight, belly tight, shoulders down and back. It's helpful to focus on something about 10 feet in front of you as well. From here, you'll balance on your left leg, lift the right leg up about 1 inch above the ground. Then you'll twist your upper body to the right. Come back to center, bring the leg back down, and then you'll switch sides. We'll continue alternating at an even pace for 30 seconds. Once you're done with this, you'll either go back to the band for a hamstring stretch of round 2 of preparation, or come completely out of the band, lay on the floor, and then place your heels in the band to set up for the bridge in round 1 of training. In last week's HIP video, we focused on proper form with movement. In this week's training section, we continue proper form with movement, but ramp up our intensity and challenge our body with increased duration of exercise. Our goal is to build endurance and power. In this sequence, we will use bridging to increase our lower body endurance and strengthen our lower body. And second, the squat, to dynamically open up our hips and strengthen our lower body. We will begin with the bridge for 30 seconds. To set up for the bridge, you'll lay flat on the floor with your knees straight and your heels in the band. After this, you'll squeeze your butt, keep your tummy nice and tight, and lift your hips up off the ground. Your hips should be about parallel with your thighs. We'll repeat this smoothly and evenly for 30 seconds. It will feel like you're trying to lift your bottom away from a hot fire that's on the floor. After this, you'll stand up and place the band underneath your shoulders and turn to face the anchors. You're then set up for the squat. To set up for the squat, you'll place the band directly underneath your shoulders. From here, come into your lean, butt tight, belly tight, maintaining that nice line from ear all the way down to ankle. Your feet will be spread slightly wider than hips width apart. Then you'll sit your bottom back like you're sitting onto a stair. Make sure that you're squeezing your butt as you come up to stand. At the very top of the movement, your body should be in that nice line. If your butt's not squeezed all the way, you'll end up staying like this and not fully extend into that proper position. After we've done this for 30 seconds, you'll either come out of the band and lay on the ground, placing your heels back into the band for round 2 of the bridge, or you'll bring the band down, walk all the way to the door, and put your right foot into the band in preparation for quad stretch. The purpose of restoration is to cool down and give the muscles we worked a chance to relax. And second, to improve flexibility and carry over that newfound mobility into daily tasks. In this section, we will use the quad stretch to improve mobility in the front part of your thigh. This week, though, we will increase the degree of difficulty by turning around and facing the anchors or your door, putting your foot in the band, grabbing the band with your hands, and reaching overhead. We will also be increasing the amount of time that we hold the stretch to 15 seconds. We will now begin with the quadricep stretch for 15 seconds each leg. To set up for the quad stretch, you'll come into the band placed behind you facing the door. You'll balance on your left leg and put your right foot into the band. Grab green with your hands, reach your arms overhead till you feel a nice pull in the front part of your thigh and your hip. It's helpful to place your foot an inch or 2 away from the door just so that you have enough room to maneuver and get your leg in and out of the band. Keep your posture up nice and tall. Squeeze your butt, abs in nice and tight. Make sure that you're not hinging at your hip. That will take away from the stretch that we're trying to achieve. After a 15-second hold on the right, we'll safely put our leg down and switch to the left. We'll repeat this 2 times on each side. You can put your elbows forward into the door for just a little bit of extra balance. Make sure though that you're not leaning too far forward. We're staying up so we keep that hip open, that we get a good stretch. After you've completed 2 rounds of this, come out of the band, take a deep breath, and you've finished this week's work. With the restoration complete, take some time and think about all the things you've learned in the past few weeks. You started with static holds, progressing to slow reps, and then graduating to full active range of motion repetitions, focusing on power and strength. We hope that this series has helped you learn to correct your lower body posture and positioning. Be mindful of your body mechanics and continue to put to practice what you've learned, whether it be walking, picking something up from the floor, or standing up from a low chair. Be mindful of your body position and use everything you've learned. Be confident that you've put in the necessary work to be able to perform any of these tasks. Remember, you can go back to any part of this series at any time you need. The focal points in each of these series continue to matter regardless of what form of exercise you're doing, whether it be in the Primal 7 unit or anywhere else. Awesome work today. And remember, continue to put in the effort and practice all these tips to maximize your everyday activities.